Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 2, Episode 5 of Gravity Falls, titled Soos and the Real Girl. In this episode, it's a shockingly rare Soos-centric episode. I can't remember if we've had one before, or if we're going to have one again. I don't think we are. In this one, well, it's Soos is trying to find a date to his cousin Reggie's engagement party. And he's very, very bad at it. Bad at dating in general. Which makes it funnier that he actually almost got engaged, I think, at one point when Waddles inhabited his body, which is just hilarious. Dipper and Mabel attempt to help him find a date, and well, it doesn't go well. He finds this game, which is basically a game that's supposed to help you get better at dating, I guess. And the cashier at the game store said, yeah, you shouldn't do that. It's been returned 3 times, and says you should destroy it. And this is kind of like a Jumanji thing. Why don't you just destroy it yourself instead of burying it? Instead of returning it, why don't you just throw it in the fire or something? And leaving it for some poor schmuck to find. But, oh well, I digress. Plot's got a plot. Well, he gets obsessed with this game, and this game, Giffany, whatever, is very sus. She's very suspicious. She's very aware. This is basically the dangers of AI before there was dangers of AI. Because this was released over a decade ago. Well, Soos actually manages to find a date in this woman named Melody. Giffany doesn't like that. Soos is hers. So they go to Soos and Melody go on a date to, I guess, is a fictional kind of version of Chuck E. Cheese or something like that, Kind of seems like. And Giffany follows them through, electricity and inhabits the bodies of these animatronic animals. And they have this boss battle, and she's eventually defeated. And Soos and Melody stay together, shockingly, Although we get the bombshell that she's leaving, and she's not going to be there anymore. Which I'm like, why introduce this character for Soos and not really have her become a character? I don't understand that. Also, Stan had this weird plot point of the episode where he kept trying to steal the animatronic of the place, and it kind of didn't really go anywhere ever. So, yeah. Overall, this episode was just as horrifying in its own way as the last episode, Sock Opera, but it wasn't as entertaining to me as the last one. I guess since it was a Soos-focused episode, and we don't really have that, Soos isn't really, when you think of the characters of Gravity Falls, you don't think Soos as a main character. You think he's there as a main character, but he's comic relief in a sense. He's not really there for his own story-driven plot points, and that's kind of what makes this episode different in both a good way and a bad way, in my opinion. A good way because, we got some character development for Soos. In a bad way, this is the second season, and we're more used to, Dipper and Mabel, so this just kind of came out of the blue, in my opinion. Overall, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.